apps is really busy, so I'm hoping that's a good sign for growth on the app. That would be fantastic. But I'm Courtney. I'm very passionate about helping women with invisible illnesses realize that you can still lead a pretty healthy and active lifestyle. It's just not going to be the one that you had envisioned for yourself. But you know what? The time passes anyway, so you may as well make the best of your situation. Making the best of my situation actually is how I ended up belly dancing. A couple of years ago, when I found out that my endocrine system is really crashed, it's pretty sad. But I really love high intensity cardio. I was doing a program called Turbo Kick that it's still very special to me. It means it has a lot of emotional significance to me, but it's also it's really fun. It was the workout that I fell in love with so much when I was really, really unhealthy and could barely do 10 minutes on a Wii Fit. I wanted to be able to do turbo, so I just kept at it and kept at it. Well, very long story, somewhat shorter. When I found out that my endocrine system was crashed, they were like, you can't do that anymore. You can't do that high intensity cardio anymore. And I was like, what the hell do you mean? And I'm sitting there, I'm crying already because I was so overwhelmed with the bad news that I was getting about my health and my body. And he said, you can't do this anymore. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do then? He goes, I don't know, but you need to lower your stress. I'm like, dude, you just took my stress outlet away from me. How the hell is this supposed to work exactly? Well, a friend of mine had suggested belly dance a couple of times. And I kind of touched on it, but I was like, it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. Well, you know what? I tried another instructor. And I freaking love belly dancing now. And I become such an advocate for it that my doctor has actually started recommending it to other people who deal with chronic pain because it's made such a difference for me. So let's talk about some of the benefits, and then we'll talk about a 100-day dance challenge. This information is from, oh my God, I left this in too small of a font, Zen Arts LA and Atlanta Belly Dance. Belly dance is it really is an amazing workout. It's low impact, but it's total body. It isolates, obviously, your abs. It isolates your pelvic, your trunk, your spine, and your neck. People who deal with chronic pain, I mean, think about it. When you hurt, what's the first thing they tell you? Breathe, right? Well, when you're in chronic pain, you become a really, really shallow breather. And there's a lot of problems that result from that, one of which being you're not taking deep enough breaths, so your intercostal muscles between your ribs, they don't expand and contract like they're supposed to. And it causes a lot of stiffness and back pain. But you know what? Sorry, I'm super itchy. It's just that time of year. I got so distracted, squirrel. When you're belly dancing and you are forced to open up those muscles, okay, I'll be honest, it really hurt like hell at first. But it feels so good, and it's made, I mean, a huge difference in my posture. It was the difference, in fact, in my mid-back, because that's where I hold most of my stress, my bra line up into my head, and I have so much tension there. But the dances open up my back enough that at least the problems aren't completely into my back anymore. Now they're just mostly my shoulders and neck. But, you know, that's just stress I got to deal with. Which, side note, as I'm trying to like calm myself and not have as much stress, we've had 3 major storms in a row. We had Saturday, and it snowed enough that my dad called me and he's like, don't come over. The roads are too bad. It's Christmas. It's just us. I am coming over. They ruined dinner too. It's really bad. This is not a great Christmas. But by Sunday, we had roughly a foot of fresh snow, and then it started to rain, and it rained all freaking day Sunday, and I mean all day. And it didn't rain super hard, but it was significant, and everything is a mess. And then we had there's probably another foot or so of snow out there that's fallen just since yesterday, but it's hard to tell because the wind has been blowing so bad. It's all drifted up. It's just crazy. It's complete chaos. I'm so glad I was smart enough to read the weather forecast, to stock up on essentials, and I can just stay the hell home. Anyway, Boy, that was way off. Ha ha ha. That was way off. But you know, the belly dancing does help me tremendously with my stress. It also counts as a weight bearing exercise because you're on your feet. That helps boost your bone density, which is going to help ladies. It's going to help prevent osteoporosis. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's excellent for your posture because, look, we're like this all the time. Or you're hunched over a computer keyboard. Pull your shoulders back. Open those muscles up. Open that chest up. It's so, our posture is just becoming atrocious. We're all starting to look like circles. But belly dance, it teaches you to have better posture. It builds your back muscles, which is going to help prevent injuries. It increases the synovial fluid moving between the vertebrae, which helps counteract compression from too much sitting. Sitting, by the way, the ubiquitous they say sitting is like the new smoking, which is someone who smoked heavily for a while. It just amuses me. It's also good for your upper body because your arms, chest, and shoulders get work. It's not just your hips. It's total body. You're moving your arms. I will be honest, a lot of times when my shoulders are really bothering me, if I can get graceful arm movements, I'm like, yes, that's so cool. But you do a lot of complex arm movements, but even if you're not doing a lot with your arms, you're standing there with them out. I was about to say in second position, but if you're not a dancer, that's probably not going to mean a damn thing to you. But you're standing with them out at kind of a V, slightly. They're not directly at your side. They're slightly out, but you got to hold them. I mean, I've held my arms up before for almost a full hour. That gets hard, especially when you have a lot of problems with your shoulders. But it also helps prevent granny arms or bat wings, which, yeah, nobody wants that. You can burn 300 to 500 calories per hour, depending, of course, on what exactly you're doing. The lady that I dance with the most, she has a lot of really upbeat, lively videos out there, but she also has some really super emotive choreographies. And it's funny because those are usually not my first choice, but if I end up doing one for whatever reason, I'm almost always really grateful that I did. It's a very different experience. Anyway, I guess that's neither here nor there. Belly dancing increases, good grief, it increases your balance, your coordination, and your agility. It also makes your brain work because you know what? When you are trying to do all these crazy things that your body is not used to doing, you've got to pay attention. Your mind is like, what the hell are you doing, girl? What are we trying to do here? And I'll be honest, I know a lot of times I don't look nothing like the girl on TV looks, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Belly dancing is also really good for your circulation. It aids with your digestion. All that work in your core and working those abdominal muscles, it's good. It helps move food through the system. It's excellent for your organs. And it does reduce stress. I read a book a while back called, I'm going off on a tangent again. I hope I bring this back quickly. But it's called The Body Keeps the Score. And it was really interesting going through there. And one of the things that he talks about as a way to deal with, to help you process unresolved traumas, is dance. Dance is excellent because it's a great form of self-expression. And it's funny to me because people have asked me, do you ever want to take lessons? Because I just get on YouTube. You only live 120 miles door to door from the Arctic Circle. Now I can't drive there. It's a 200-mile drive. But as the crow flies, it's about 120 miles. I ain't going to the damn gym in the middle of winter. And thank goodness that I do work out at home because I would have been up a creek the last several days because I can't get out of my driveway. But people have asked me, are you ever interested? And my answer is always no. Now, I would be interested in a private lesson here and there, but I don't want to take a class because for me, this is probably going to sound crazy. You'll either get this or you won't. But it's a really, really personal, intimate time. And if there's nobody else around, I can really express myself and I can get lost in it. And what's really cool and what I did not expect, the thing I liked about Turbo Kick was I could completely lose myself in it. But I would lose myself in it knowing in the back of my head, oh crap, I'm working so hard. I probably shouldn't be working this hard. But with dance, even when I work really hard, I know I'm not, it's not that it's never high intensity, but it's not, I don't know how to explain it. I guess I shouldn't have started down that road. because it can be really high intensity. I mean, there's times when I finish, I'm just dripping sweat and I'm breathing heavily, but somehow it's just not as stressful on my body. It really increases your confidence. It helps you learn how to appreciate your body. Because you know what? I can do some pretty cool things. Since I started belly dancing, I have learned some cool stuff. And it makes me appreciate my body a whole lot more. And you know what's one of the best things in the world about belly dance? Your jiggly bits are highly encouraged. In fact, a lot of the dancers that I like to watch, if I've seen interviews with them, which granted hasn't been a whole lot, but there's you need a little belly. You got to have something to jiggle. And I like that because I want to be healthy. I would love to lose weight, but I don't want to be skinny. I have no interest in being skinny. It's funny because YouTube often flings this ad up at me. And I know it's based on, the algorithm, but it's like, I don't want to look like that. It's a very attractive middle-aged woman. She's very attractive, but she is extremely lean. I don't want to look like that. I just don't. I know what kind of dietary restrictions that requires. I ain't interested. I'm just not. But belly dancing, voluptuous figures are encouraged. And I just think that's really cool. It's nice to find an aspect of fitness where it's not all about being skinny. You should never want to just be skinny. You should want to be healthy. The person I saw with the most cellulite I've ever seen in my life, she was stick skinny. And she didn't have a lot of stretch marks. I don't think she had ever been over. I know now that I didn't know at the time because I didn't know enough about the body. She had some kind of fascia problem. But the most cellulite I've ever seen in a human body was on a really skinny person. So I don't know what the hell my point was with that. Because now I'm thinking about how she looked, and it was, I don't mean this at all to be mean. I really think there was something wrong with her, but it was a very strange look. What the hell was my point with that? I don't know. God, I hate it when I do that. It's so embarrassing, especially if I'm being a little catty. I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it in a catty way. But anyway, back to it. Jiggly bits are encouraged. And you know what? It's just fun. It's just a hell of a lot of fun. And one thing that I have found really amusing about it is I can be really hard. Not just can be, I am very hard on myself. But when I dance, if I'm doing turbo, I miss that cue. I miss that move. Why can't I get this transition? But when I dance, I don't know why the difference. I really don't. But when I dance and I can't get the transition or I can't pick up a move, I just start laughing. I think it's hilariously funny. And, that's a huge mental shift. It takes so much pressure off of me. But, the day I knew I was really hooked was when I realized this is the only fitness thing I've ever done in my life where I am delighted to go back and revisit the basics. Now, I'll be honest, I don't do it as often as I should, but I really enjoy it when I do. Because, you can always get better. And I'm certainly not, I definitely have a lot of room for improvement. I just do it. I just do it for myself. My dogs are my only audience. They don't give a damn hell. They usually sleep through it anyway. But the 100-day dance challenge. One of my friends on Twitter is going to do this with me. We're going to start January 1st. One of the lady that I danced with the most earlier this year, she put out a 100-day dance challenge. And it's usually like 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, except at the end. I think there's 2 20 to 25 minute ones at the very end. But they're all up, so you can look ahead and see how much time you need to schedule the next morning. But they're all really short. But she teaches you a belly dance move or two every morning. I'll be honest. When I went through it, I was like, damn, this is kind of hard. But it was really good. And her thing was to try to get you moving in the morning. Well, I always exercise in the morning because if I don't, I am not a productive or happy person all day. But it's free. It won't cost you anything. Be a chance to try something new. So if you'd be interested, hit me up on Twitter at Alaskan Courtney. I try to be very responsive. If I don't respond to you right away, though, just tag me again. I can't be there 24 hours a day. I'm already there too damn much, but I can't be there 24 hours a day, and I just miss stuff. That's the way it goes. But I hope you'll have a fantastic night. I was going to tell you, Monday I wasn't on because I had no power. My power went out Sunday. I was sitting on my couch, and I was like, I really should go get up and go cook this chicken before my power goes out. And then, right when I had the thought, boom, the power went out. and I had to I had to have a generator. I can't speak. A generator hooked up so that I had heat and limited lights because it was just generator. It was just a little generator. And then my furnace went out, and it's been a really exciting few days. But that's why I wasn't here Monday. So the way things are going with the weather, I plan on being here Friday, but I can't guarantee anything. But if you have any questions, look, I'm not an expert on belly dance, but I would be more than happy to point you in the direction of some really great instructors to help you get started. And of course, if you want to do the 100-Day Dance Challenge with me, drop me a line on Twitter. Y'all have a great night, and I will be back Friday at 5 o'clock Alaska time. I hope. Bye.